A fight had broken out between Elsa and the others, and the King of the Southern Isles, and his guards. The fight had ended up outside of the ice house Elsa had created. Rapunzel and Cassandra were using the Sundrop and Moonstone. "Let my sister go, and I will do anything you ask," Elsa exclaimed. "Never," the king shouted back. Samantha threw a lightning bolt at the king. He ran out of the way. He looked at Samantha. "Where do I know you from?" he asked. Meanwhile, Anna was pulling on the bars of her cell. She wasn't sure why she kept trying to break the door like that, because it always failed when she tried. The captain of the guards walked by her. "I'm waiting for the king to decide what he wants to do with you," he said. Anna felt a lump in her throat. "What am I going to do?" she whispered. "That's where I know you!" the king exclaimed. He had just remembered who Samantha was. "Who am I?" Samantha asked. She was holding a lightning bolt in her hands. "You are that girl who nearly destroyed the kingdom," the king exclaimed. "I was trying to learn how to control my powers." "You were the king who was the meanest to me just because I was scared," Samantha said. "You know you wanted to destroy my kingdom. Guards, this girl is a criminal," the king shouted. "You do realize you contributed to the reasons she did cause destruction on purpose, right?" Cassandra asked. "To you and your family, committing crimes and being afraid must be the same thing," Elsa said. She was referring to the time Hans told everyone that Elsa was dangerous and harmed her sister. Sure, she did hurt Anna and Priest Arendelle, but she was just scared. "You know, it's okay to be scared. People are scared all the time," Rapunzel said. The king and his guards were ready to attack. "I should have done this a long time ago," Samantha said. She was about to get rid of the king's energy when one of the guards pushed Rapunzel, causing her to crash into Samantha. Both girls fell on the ground, and Samantha didn't get a chance to use her powers. Elsa helped the girls up. Cassandra created black rocks and wrapped them around one of the guards. He was now trapped and couldn't move. "I can do that to the rest of you," Cassandra warned. "If we keep fighting, we will lose yet another day to help Anna," Elsa said to her friends. "I'll go," Varian said. Before anyone could stop him, he was gone. "I need you all to leave this kingdom now," the king shouted. "We're not leaving because you just don't want us to free Anna. She's a perfectly innocent queen that you captured so your son could take over her kingdom," Samantha exclaimed. Meanwhile, Varian had made it to the castle. He walked up to the entrance and saw two men guarding the entrance. "Who are you?" one of the guards asked. "I'm here to learn about the history of the castle," Varian replied. The guards let him in. Immediately, one of the servants walked over to him. "Is the king here?" Varian asked. "No, he's not," the servant replied. "What is he doing, helping the guards stop a bad guy?" Varian asked. "What do you want?" the servant asked. "I want to show the king this security system that I created," Varian said. He walked towards the dungeon. In the dungeon, Anna was trying to find a way to get out. She tried to make a big enough opening so she could squeeze through the bars. Only the bars were too strong to do that. Varian arrived in the dungeon. As he walked, he paid attention to every cell, trying to find the one that Anna was in. He eventually made it to the part of the dungeon where Anna was. Of course, there were two guards preventing him from entering. Cassandra created black rocks out of the ground. The group was still fighting the king. "If you leave, then I won't do anything to Queen Anna," the king said. "Will you free her?" Rapunzel asked. "Not until Prince Hans is known as King Hans," the king replied. "Elsa blasted ice at the king." "Lock me up. I dare you," Elsa said. She had a plan to free her sister. She waited for the king to respond. "I don't trust you, and if I'm locking anyone up, it's her," the king pointed to Samantha. He almost did lock Elsa up, but he ended up deciding that she would end up freeing Anna, which he didn't want. "Everything I did to your kingdom was an accident, but I guess you'll never understand the feeling of everyone fearing and misunderstanding you," and even being a little scared yourself, Samantha said. Cute story. Changes nothing, though, the king said. Elsa blasted ice at the guards she was fighting. She wanted to save her sister, not fight them. Elsa turned to Rapunzel. She was fighting, but she seemed to be getting tired. Are you okay, Rapunzel? Elsa asked. Fine, Rapunzel replied. Samantha saw what was going on. She used her powers to give Rapunzel more energy. Rapunzel continued fighting the guards. Samantha created an electric wind and used it to shock a tree. What was that? The king asked. I did it to warn you that you could be the next person that this happens to, Samantha replied. If you use your powers and they hit me, I'll make sure you never see your friend again, the king said. Anna kept as quiet as possible. She listened closely. A familiar voice was speaking. Why can't I go in here? He asked. The king won't let you, another voice said. It must have been a guard. I have to go in here to install the security system, the familiar voice said. It was Varian. The group must have found a way to save Anna. The guards finally let Varian into the part of the dungeon Anna was in. One of the guards stood by Anna's cell. Would Varian's plan work? Varian pretended to install a security system. Are you finished? The guard asked after a few minutes. I just have to adjust this one part. Varian walked over to Anna's cell and pretended to fix the security system. Meanwhile, Cassandra trapped the guard in black rocks. Let him go, the king exclaimed. Will you let Anna go? Cassandra asked. Never, the king said. Okay then, Cassandra trapped more guards in the black rocks. I will do anything for you to just let my sister go, Elsa begged. The king refused to listen. Elsa blasted ice at the king. He ran out of the way, so Elsa ended up freezing a tree instead. Samantha held a lightning bolt in her hand. She was ready to throw it. Don't you dare throw that lightning bolt, the king yelled. Okay, I won't, Samantha said. She raised her other hand and twirled her wrist, causing lightning to strike the ground. The king glared at her. You told me not to throw the lightning bolt I was holding, and I didn't. Samantha held up the lightning bolt to prove that she hadn't thrown it. Elsa giggled. Rapunzel used her hair and snatched the sword from the guard she was fighting. He ran away. Rapunzel took out her frying pan. What are you going to do with that? Cook dinner? The king asked. No, but you better watch out. I will use it on you, Rapunzel said. So will you release my sister or not? Elsa asked. I will never, the king replied. Samantha was about to throw her lightning bolt. Guards, lock her up, the king pointed to Samantha, and get the rest of them far away from here. Samantha threw her lightning bolt at one of the guards. I have had it with you, the king yelled at Samantha. You're so mad about the time I almost destroyed your kingdom, which wouldn't have happened if you were more patient and understanding about the fact that I couldn't control my powers, Samantha exclaimed. You know, we wouldn't be having this fight if you weren't trying to take over Arendelle. Why do you want the kingdom anyway? Elsa asked. I want the Southern Isles to be the most powerful kingdom in the world, and I need to take over Arendelle to do it, the king said. Rapunzel swung her frying pan towards the king. He ran out of the way and Rapunzel fell over. The group kept fighting until the king gave up. Now we wait for Varian, Rapunzel said once the group made it back to the ice house. Hopefully he'll be able to help Anna, Elsa said. If not, we try again tomorrow, Kristoff said. If Varian didn't come back with Anna, Elsa would make sure that they didn't fail their next attempt to save her. In the castle, Varian was about to finally free Anna when suddenly there was a crash coming from a different part of the dungeon. What was that? One of the guards asked. That might have been my security system, Varian said. Go fix it. You're too close to accidentally freeing this criminal anyway. I can tighten the cell, the guard said. But Anna's not a criminal, Varian wanted to say, but he didn't say anything. Just go, Anna whispered to Varian. He walked away. Guards, the captain yelled. The guards left Anna's cell to see what the captain wanted. Anna pulled on the bars of her cell. It's no use. I have to find another way out, Anna told herself. But one thing was for sure, no matter how long it took, Anna would be freed from the cell.